I understand that TRT is for life, but is it possible to try TRT for a period of time, like 6 months, to see the effects, pros versus cons, and then stop if side effects are greater than benefits?
This is the TRT and Hormone Optimization YouTube channel. And if you want to learn all about the science-based information on this topic, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and you'll be on your way.
Sure. I think it's possible. Yeah, I don't think it's ideal. I think that you should be going, if you're going on TRT, you should have already eliminated and exhausted all other options in terms of why you're not feeling good. I don't think TRT should be a first point of call if your levels are borderline or if you haven't, made other improvements to your health, because it's a very invasive treatment because you're shutting down, an endogenous system in the body and you're replacing it. But I think that if you go on for like 3 or 6 months, I think you can come off. I think if you go on any longer than that, you definitely need to do a PCT and you're definitely rolling the dice. I mean, the thing is, like, you can stop testosterone at any point, whether it's been, 1 month or 10 years, and you will regain some degree of your natural production. The question is, what percentage of it are you going to regain? That's going to come down to your health. That's going to come down to why you have low testosterone in the first place. And it's going to come down to a whole bunch of factors. So when guys are really on the fence and really apprehensive about it, I say, look, if you give it 3 to 6 months and it's really not for you, then we can definitely look at bringing you off and then do that. The thing is, I mean, with my clients, it's only ever happened twice where people have wanted to do that and they've ended up back on test.
There you go. Guys, you got to keep in mind that when you're making a decision to say, I'm going to directly interfere with my body's capacity to create hormones. Okay, so say your levels are here, and now you've added exogenous tests. Within that period of time, way before the 6 months or even after 2 months, your levels are going to be here. Okay, now you decide, I don't think it's for me, and maybe this was a silly decision, I want to do it. You're here. You used to be here. Now, are you going to get back here? Are you going to get to there? Are you going to get to here? You have no idea, and everyone's going to react differently. And definitely the longer you wait, the more and more chances of you of not getting back to that point. So TRT isn't a decision that you should be taking lightly. Like Dave said, you want to rule out everything else. And if you've ruled out everything else and you say, I have all the symptoms of low testosterone, and I'm going to do this, the decision has to be made that I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. This isn't like, let me try taking a little extra vitamin D and see what effect it has. There is a consequence here. This has to be something you really put some thought into and think of before doing it. This isn't something you're just screwing around with as a little experiment. Because like I said, those levels might not come back. So be really, really, really sure when you start. If you're worrying about side effects or you're worrying about what if it doesn't work, maybe you should be thinking about the confidence you have in the physician or the clinic you're dealing with. Definitely use a doctor that knows what the hell they're doing and a clinic that knows what the hell they're doing to ensure that there won't be side effects and it will work. So
I think as well, like, I mean, that's exactly it. And again, going back to the fear thing, like, if you're afraid of making a long-term commitment, that's also a low testosterone thing. So, how much of that mindset is impacted by your low testosterone and how much of this is a state that you're in due to a disease state. I think that's also a factor worth considering. But at the same time, I mean, you should also be questioning doing this because you're making a big commitment. Whenever you make a big commitment in life, you should look at it from every angle and you should be, questioning if this is something that you're going through. I think the guys who just pull the trigger willy-nilly and then just do it, they're the ones who end up getting in trouble in terms of it doesn't resolve their symptoms or they made the wrong call, then they get, buyer's remorse and regret what they've done. So I think it's healthy to have some degree of, questioning and skepticism around all this stuff. But I think, as Danny said, I mean, the most important thing you can do is outsource a degree of that decision-making in terms of advisement to someone who really knows what the fuck they're talking about and someone who you trust is going, this person has my best interest at heart, not this person is running a windmill clinic and wants to put me on test to make a bunch of money as well.
I might also add, when I started my own personal experience, I was extremely needle phobic. Anything having to do with doctors, hospitals, clinics, blood draws, whatever would freak me out. Just thought of it would make me pass out. and I had to decide, okay, am I really going to do this? And the decision didn't take that long, because I said, okay, I got two options. I can either stay the way I am right now, or I can change something. Staying the way I was at that point was not an option. Therefore, the only other option was getting on TRT. And then once I did that and I got things figured out, now I think about it and I was like, I should have started probably 10 years prior. But that was my experience.